Oh, anybody out there? We have two people on who have absolutely no life. Please comment. Let me know that you're there and you're not just some random person. Hey, we got Joe Jackson. Congratulations on being the first person that's commented on my stream. Congrats. There are no prizes. Maybe one day when Million Token hits $1,000. I'll send a couple bucks your way. So, not much of a price action. I did buy yesterday, right before it pumped. I was actually doing a video on how to create or how to buy on Polygon. So, like step-by-step tutorial on buying on crypto.com and sending into your MetaMask and then buying on a quick swap. So that was exciting. So let's see here. So yeah, not much going on. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this price action. I mean, it pumped yesterday, but now we're like kind of flat, I would say. But I mean, the person that bought yesterday, they kind of see the potential here. Now it's how many more whales will pile on, and a lot of these whales, just like whales in the wild, they swim in packs, and one whale tell another, and before you know it, they all get together and pump the price, and then everybody, all the FOMO kicks in, and yeah, you know how that goes. So, and had some people on. So I posted a Twitter poll asking everybody if they think I should stream or if I should just do videos. And the third option was if I should just go fuck myself. And let's see what the let's take a look at how that did. So, and some of the comments, I think two people came out, and I must say that the Million Token community is one of the I would say the most honest communities out there, because a couple people responded, says that they just seen the option to go fuck yourself, and they 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 chose it. So about 15%, you could take a look at it. I'll paste it in the chat. So about 15% voted that I should go fuck myself. 20 just want me to stick to videos, and 65 were okay with me doing a stream here. So let's see here. So I'll paste it in the chat. Sorry, Joe, there's not that much action as you can see here, but it looks like we got 3 more people that joined. And I kind of feel like doing something like Misa was doing, where it was like, oh, we're gonna stream. I don't know. I can't stream every day. Maybe I should. We're gonna stream every day till we get to $30. Right. So yeah. Yeah, lighting is dark. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. So this is what happens. This is back behind the scenes of what I typically do before I create one of these my trash videos. Or as Tech Lee says, that I show you all my trash technical analysis. Now give me 1 second. I'm gonna get me a refreshment here. Does anybody want anything? Probably not. All right, so how's lighting now? Obviously it's better, right? So I just earlier I ordered DoorDash because I had a coupon, and everything went wrong because not a coupon, I had a gift card, And yeah, I ended up paying for it with my own money because it said it applied the gift card and it didn't. And when I got my food, I got chicken wings, and one of the chicken wings still had feathers. That was disgusting. So I filed a complaint and I got my money back. So I kind of got a free meal, but it was still a bad experience. I still have like a feeling in my stomach like I'm gonna throw up. So wasn't too happy about that. Now I'm gonna drink a Coke. There's these Coke Zero sugar. It's really bad for you, but I try to have them once in a while. Um yeah, they're just very refreshing, and then I'll freeze them a bit. So this one has a little bit of ice. So I'm gonna take a drink now. Mm, it's like drugs. So looks like we got Filthy Peasant Gaming on. So yeah. So how many of you were actually like would tune into Missile's streams? I don't want to send out a poll because that didn't work out for me on Twitter, but yeah. And does anybody know who Million 2020 220 FOMO is? This guy's a legend. Um I I think he bought like the top, and he's been on Discord since then, and just always kind of stuck with million tokens. So definitely one of the legends. Should have should have went. Do you know who I am? I own token. Biatch. Biatch. So yeah. And for me, I mean, the whole missile thing, kind of made me to reflect like on whether I wanted to do. Yeah, Miso was in Discord earlier, um, in Line Run Discord because he's not in any other Discord. So pretty much what him and Astro have been just getting. I guess Astro's gonna move in with him. I think because Astro's in Houston right now, or in Austin, and yeah, they're looking to set up shop, and yeah, I don't know what they're gonna be doing, but um, Bebo mentioned something um, that I think at the beginning of the new year something's gonna happen. So excuse me. I don't know what was up with that whole like billion token posted something that Miso had jumped ship, and I guess that's not true, but you never know. Um, so yeah, but the whole thing with Miso kind of threw me off, and at first, I guess we can all look at things like we have two different perspectives. Like I thought technically coming up with his own metaverse was kind of a good thing, um, because it validated, an idea, and it kind of competes with it at the same time. But because I've seen it in startups where just you have two competitors, and even it's hard to explain, but let's say you're an app, right? And you're on the Apple Store, right? And then the Apple Store says, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to buy your competitor." That doesn't mean that you're done. It means that hey, you're still a partner with Apple. People have an alternative. People want an alternative. So, um, Miso, obviously he didn't like that. And for me, I could, me in my position, I could be like, oh, well, that's not a big deal, whatever. But I don't have all that invested. They did invest a lot of time, and Tech Lead is a mysterious character. We will never know, like whether it was just something he was doing since a long time ago, or whether he did it directly to mess with Miso. A punishment is something we'll never know. We can only speculate. So let's look at some other comments. Filthy Peasant Gaming. I've been out of the loop. Still don't really follow any of the drama. only watching for specific people. Yeah, you're yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You don't need me to tell you that, but drama's not even worth it. Um it's not my fight, you know. And I think I always kind of get sucked into these battles. Like I got sucked into the whole foundation was a complete waste of time. I should have never done a video on them. And I don't even know what the foundation is doing now, but I got kicked out of that Discord. So yeah, I wouldn't put too much you know, mental energy into any of the drama. But yeah, this whole metaphor thing. I mean, I don't know what to think of it. You know, if tech lead's serious, I mean, it's very bullish because I mean, you know, he pretty much just came up with this idea, which is, I'm not saying he took. I mean, wallet to wallet communication is happening. I mean, it's not like, you know, Miso and Astro pioneered that, but they were doing it, and one could say, "Hey, you know, this guy's streaming every night, and you're just gonna do that to him." So it's like, I guess you can look at it. Oh, is it ethical? Is it not? Personally, you know, it is what it is. It happened. Again, it's not my fight, so I'm not gonna invest too much into that. You know, it's sad, but you know, it is what it is. You know, what can I say? You know, you know, for the longest time, well, not for the longest time, but I was kind of pissed off at Tech Lead. I didn't know what to think of it, but you know, we have great members in the community. Bebo, you know, had a conversation with Bebo, and um, you know, it's just you got to. There's just certain like variables that you have to take in consideration that I didn't. Um, and it's very easy to pile on Tech Lead because he's a founder and everything, but you know. So I'm gonna just drop something on Twitter, see if we can get more people to join. Okay. So what's the link? Sorry, this is like my first time streaming. So oh, okay, here's the share link. Duh. All right, drop something on YouTube. Not, I mean, on Twitter. So we'll see if we get more engagement here. So it looks like we have some comments here. Let's see. Filthy peasant gaming. Doubt TL would do anything. Just noise someone. It's like having multiple restaurant. That is true. That is very true. You know, speaking of McDonald's, are hiring. You know, there's a shortage of workers in the United States. So that's a good example. You know, I was, you know, and that's what you know, that's what my message to Miso was. But again, you know, we're two different people, and he just, and a lot of people reached out to me, so was like, "Hey, that's messed up," and um, you know, I guess like Jimmy, I'm gonna stay the course, and hopefully, um, we'll see what happens. You know, I think that Million Token is a life changing opportunity. You know, that's why I'm betting on it, and that's why I've been accumulating more and more. But it gets to a point that I'm like, okay, you know, it's like that. You know, never invest more than you can afford to lose. So, um, yeah, a lot of people have. I mean, it's like a lot of people are spent, or as um, Tim Holder calls it, dry powder. I have some dry powder, but not that much. So yeah, and that's good, Joe. Uh, I definitely like you and using filthy peasant gaming's perspective on things that McDonald's example is like spot on. There are multiple managers. At the end of the day, the store still makes money. But I think I don't know. Part of me wants to say, hey, you know what? It's the what tech lead did, the direction. No matter how you look at it, it's bullish because he likes that use case and he's going to take that use case to the next level and grow it from them. Who better than a ex Google, ex Meta tech lead? So yeah, yeah, I'm kind of yeah, it's just holding, you know. Um it's just kind of painful to hold sometimes. Not because the price is dipping, but it's just like, gosh, I just want something to happen. And just one day this thing's gonna moon. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. I mean, this web 3.0, and you kind of see it in tech leads. And I wish I, you know, for the next my next stream, I'll have like maybe some software that I can stream. But for now you're just looking at my face. But so so the web so what I was getting to is that tech lead, he's been kind of bashing web 2.0, and I think he's just all in web 3.0. And he's always kind of been a pioneer. He did it with the Facebook apps. Um and I don't know if he was doing iOS apps. It's kind of I get conflicting information from some of his videos. Like he owned a Sony computer which was utter garbage. And he talked about that because of that computer, he was like, I guess he was like 3 years late into developing iOS apps because the computer was like trash and he wasn't able to do anything on it. So I don't know, like, but I know that he was like one of the first to, you know, start doing Facebook apps, things like that. Maybe he was in iOS development, who knows? Um, he was definitely an app entrepreneur. So all you really need to do to like be I would have never like guessed that tech lead was going to go with the metaphora um idea, like the wallet to wallet communication. But you if you watch his previous videos, you really learn a lot from him. And you know, a lot of his videos, you have this like person who's not very doesn't show emotion at all, kind of like a robot, right? um But if you go back to some of especially one video you should watch is like his 10 years of being a software engineer. Like it kind of shows where he proposes and things like that. And if there was one video where like he kind of laughs, but it's kind of like it's kind of scary. So um I'll try to find those videos, but it's like crazy. Like he doesn't show that much emotion on these videos, but they're just funny, man. The guy's a genius. He's like funny and genius at the same time, which is a hard quality to come by nowadays. And he's authentic too. Um, so and for those reasons, it's layers of bullishness for a million token. I think as long as I don't want to say as long as we have tech lead, because I think the project can definitely survive without tech lead. That million token is not dependent on him, but he's like the celebrity here. So I don't know if that's the right word to use. Let's look at the comments. So yeah, yeah. So and I've kind of honestly I've doubted tech lead like on multiple. Like I thought the launch pad was garbage. I thought I was very bullish on Metaphora, even though the whole what it caused. Um, so yeah, yeah, but you know, just have good people in the community that you can talk to, positive people, get their take. But at the end of the day, you know, make your own, make your own decisions. You know, not a financial advisor. Please consult one before investing. SEC, get off my back. By the way, there's no liquor in here, so I don't really drink. I'm not a big fan of drinking. I do though. I do from time to time. So so yeah, it looks like we got 5 listening. So yeah, if you just tuned in, we are talking about the whole missile drama and why we feel so bullish about Million Token. and it's one of the only social currencies out there that has a like a YouTube influencer, an active marketer. A lot of these coins that you see out there, one in particular I've been following, Goku Inu. I'm not telling you to invest in it. I've been following this project because they actually have to pay influencers. And oftentimes this is them having to sell coins in order to get that money. So I think we're very fortunate. And you have somebody, I've seen it's gonna get to a point if it blows up, Tech Lead's gonna have to talk to media. I don't know if he'll do that. He did that interview with Graham Stephan. Um, will he get out there? He's a private person, but I think that's one of the kind of the allure to Million Token is that the founders like this person like Satoshi Nakamoto, nobody knows where he's at. He's a very quiet, kept to himself, kind of outgoing guy in his videos. So his videos are just great. And I've seen a big improvement in his videos since I started following him. They're just like so like um state of the art. um yeah. So it's only getting better. Um I don't know. It's hard to tell what like drives this like tech lead. Um, obviously he has his own personal challenges. Not, and I think he's somewhere in Southeast Asia or somewhere in the Pacific. So some tropical place. I know that it's not somewhere here on the in North America, not North America or South America, just because when he's posting on Instagram it is showing that it's daytime when it's nighttime here. So unless he's kind of being delayed, but he is posting stories, so I just imagine it's um local time when he's taking these pictures. But yeah, other than that, I'm still kind of looking at the chart. We're like at 14.29. Not really to report. I think we're probably most likely going to come down to where we're trading at before. Let's see here. We have a Filthy Peasant Gaming. Hope you guys famous. Skyrocket. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. I did I did this. I was gonna do this meme. I might post it a little later, but it's basically Noah's Ark and a bunch of people drowning. And I was gonna kind of draw like Photoshop tech leads, like kind of his upper torso in the clouds, telling people I told you so, and who's the scammer now. But I don't know, I'm kind of scared because I guess that's blasphemy, and I just don't want to die on you know an accident or something because I did that. So not very religious, but I'm still kind of afraid. So I know there's definitely a lot of naysayers. The Coffeezilla is pretty much, if Million Token pumps to 500, Coffeezilla's reputation is out the window. He's going to look very stupid to a lot of his users. There'll still be some hardcore fans out there who are like pro Coffeezilla no matter what. But yeah, Coffeezilla is definitely going to have to maybe start selling t-shirts, or maybe t-shirts too for a living. So yeah, I think Tech Lead really wants to destroy him. Yeah, for sure. And Tech Lead also hates Facebook. I mean, he thinks he's all nonchalant about it, but I think he really just wants to destroy Facebook and embarrass those managers that fired him for having a YouTube channel. And we haven't watched that video. That was one of the videos where he posted a video about getting fired from Facebook. Um, that was the video. After that video, I was hooked. It was just so funny. Um, so let's see here, another one from Filthy Peasant Gaming. Oh, for sure, for sure. Um, I don't know who did a really good analysis was Mudahar. And he was fair in his video too. The thumbnail did read, tech lead cannot be trusted. I don't think anybody can be trusted. So, so yeah, that you haven't watched that video, Mudahar. I actually watched the whole thing. It was like an hour long where he did the analysis on the wallets. and he ultimately gave tech lead like props, but short of saying that he would invest in in million token. So yeah, check out Mutahar too. Talks mostly about gaming stuff, so it's not my cup of tea. So yeah. Damn, we've been streaming for how long? 26 minutes. Man, that's longer than most of my videos. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck right now. I feel like million token. Um I feel like a lot of my content, I could really do a better job. And as far as, a lot of times I get on these videos, I think I could do more prepping. Um, but a lot of them I pretty much just do them and I run with them. I have a flow and so I'm kind of reflecting things on it, like, well, what I really want to do. See, we got Joe Jackson here. As always. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, he's doing something right now. Um, I don't know. I figured that, I mean, we don't know what his personal life is, man. What if he has like if his personal life right now it's non-existent, right? Well, I think it is because he just lives with his parents, and plus COVID. I mean, he's been cooped up with his parents and his dog. But I mean, what if happens if he gets a girlfriend? I mean, he already has a girlfriend, girlfriends. Um, will that affect the project in any way? So that's something else to take in consideration. So filthy peasant gaming. I mean, every crypto's in red since Thanksgiving. There isn't much at the moment. Liquidity and sit on it. Yeah, no, and one of the things that I kind of look at, we're a small cap. So I mean, we don't necessarily, I mean, the reason all the whole crypto market moves together is because of these liquidity pairs. You can have a BTC and ETH liquidity pair, right? Or what do they call it? WBTC, like wrap Bitcoin. So I think all those move together, but I think it's more with the liquidity pairs. Like you have like a BTC Doge liquidity pair. That's why, like, if you compare the charts, they pretty much all look the same, except for that one time in May where Doge really pumped. So there are times where like Ethereum and obviously there's times that Ethereum has its breakouts. There are times when Dogecoin has its breakouts. So yeah, I guess 500. I'll buy TL a girlfriend. So yeah. So, yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, hey, Tech Lead has some incentive. And you know one thing about Tech Lead, he's so cheap. Because he was like in Southern California. Looked at the apartment, or not apartment, but I'm like, dude, you can literally stay at an Airbnb with a view of the ocean. But he stays at this like cheap like airport hotel, like in Santa Ana. I'm like, I wouldn't stay there. I wouldn't even drive by there. No, I do, um, but yeah, I was like, I think he kind of gets off on that, like having a lot of money and then not spending any. He's definitely a minimalist, and he's talked about that in his videos also. Yeah, I had too much caffeine today. I've been cutting back on coffee. Um, had a little bit too much today, and then just been having a bad experience with things that I put in my mouth. Food and drinks. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think we're all guessing what tech lead, what's his next move. And he's not our leader. He's kind of said that he's not the leader of the project. I mean, there was some pressure. I don't know if any of you all are aware that James Huckle, he they did do a video where they kind of talked about what was going to be needed to get more investment, more like like whales to come in, and that was like the whales wanted to see people with a lot of money, whatever you want to call them. They wanted to see Tech Lead buy million token, right? Invest some of his own money, and I think the reason I mean, he has a lot of tokens, right? I mean, like the liquidity, um, and but like he guards his USDC, right? Like I don't think he's willing to to give that up. And I think and plus I think technically is all like, well, you're not gonna pretty much tell me what to do, right? And I don't care if these people don't want to invest. If I don't think tech lead wants to prove anything to anybody. So I I think that's what happened. I think having somebody like James Huckle in the community, even though I haven't seen him, he hasn't been that active. But uh, yeah, we definitely need people like that, for sure. So, but but yeah, but I think technically knows exactly what he's doing, but part of me doesn't trust him. Well, again, I don't trust anybody, but I like to think that I don't know. Part of me is like, well, I don't think he's ever gonna abandon the project, right? So that's all I care about. But part of me is like, what if I trust in that, too much, right? And then one day he just says, "Hey guys, I'm done. I'm just not interested in it anymore." But that's not him. That he's not a quitter, and I mean his ego is writing on this. If anything, CopyZilla like put a lot of pressure on him, and he doesn't get enough credit, um, as far as like he didn't really do like a what do they call it, like a ICO where allocate certain tokens for um like kind of a launch pad or a airdrop. He didn't do anything. Like he just said, "Hey, it's available, buy it." So so yeah, it's tough. But yeah, no, I think he's in Web 3.0. I don't see him saying, "Hey, I'm gonna stop this," because this will be a failure for if it won't be a failure. Like even if we trade sideways for like that won't be a failure because he's still in it. He's building something. But if you were just to say, "Oh, I'm gonna quit that and go to another project," then that would look bad. And I think he wants. I think he's close. He realizes that he's very close to getting this to a point where it's gonna go viral, and it's gonna pump. So that's all. Everybody's looking forward to that. So we have some comments here. Uh, um, oh, there we go. So most people spend a little bit of money. That's how they get there. I just bought a 65-inch TV. So obviously, I never learned. Nothing wrong. I mean, a 65-inch TV doesn't cost that much money. I mean, depending on what you got, like if it's ultra high def, 1040p, 4K, 8K, well then yeah, it might be a little pricey, but yeah, it's not like you got to treat yourself sometimes. So look at his effort. Token. Um, he's a token. Yeah, yeah. I think everything's coming together. Um, the and Metaphora. I'm kind of trying to think how that's gonna, you know, how he's gonna make that work together. But one of the things that a lot of us don't, I didn't pick up for the longest time was what he's doing with the bridges. A lot of us like, why do we need a bridge for Avalanche? I mean, how many? We don't really have that many people on Avalanche. Um, and all these other like Moon River and I don't know. There's a lot of bridges, okay? And one might argue why we need that. We only really need Polygon, right? And and Uniswap. So not Uniswap, but Ethereum main network. So, but at the same time, it's kind of like I see why he's doing that because if this thing pumps and people have more, I mean, Avalanche, their adoption is increasing. So let's just say six. a year from now, it pumps. He's gonna be able. We're gonna be. He's gonna provide liquidity for um, all these bridges, all these blockchains, and well, I mean, he's gonna make a lot of money, but we're also gonna bring onboard a bunch of other users from all these other blockchains, Solana, Avalanche. Um, I don't think there's that many users on there, but there are some. So I think he's setting the groundwork by design. Um, he's a tech lead, but I mean, he has like infrastructure. Like he knows the infrastructure that is needed to support a pump of the magnitude that he might be expecting, right? Like I see the pumps, and for the longest time I would hear Jimmy do his videos like, "Oh, 50,000." Maybe one day, I just don't see that happening anytime soon, but I do believe that that million token can be can be trading um a couple $1,000s without a doubt. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. And the other thing too that we're looking at Metaphor has a minimum of 10 million token, right? So what happens if Metaphora takes off, right? And the price of we have this like um supply shock, right? Think about all the what you can do with blockchain. This is something that I don't know if I talked about in a video, but imagine if there's like million token is scarce. Million token is trading at $1,500, and people want to join Metaphora. Now, the average Joe isn't going to be able to afford that. You know, it's going to be $15,000, right? At least um, to join Metaphora. If a token's trading from anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500. Imagine if there was a smart contract out there, one that tech lead would most likely build, where it would have to be tech lead because that's the only way we'd know if it was secure. Because without getting into the details, there have been some issues with other people that have come in and built um, bridges or whatever they built. But I'm talking about the pool. But imagine if let me get to my point. Imagine if there was a smart contract where we're million token holders, we can lease out our million token to people who want to open up a Metaphora account. So we lease those tokens out via smart contract. They're still in our wallet, they're locked up, and people pay us a monthly fee for using those million tokens for having a Metaphora account. So I think that's what's coming. So I mean, for having a million token, you might just be able to have passive income that you could live off. Um, that's kind of where I think where it's going. So we have some comments here. So true. Maple, okay. Canada's in the house. Ooh, I'm sorry. Mm. Cool. Well, thanks, Filthy Peasant Gaming. We didn't really get a lot of people, but thanks everyone for your engagement in the very first stream that we're doing. So let's see. Joe Jackson, and I found him on Twitter. So Joe, you now have 69 followers. Okay. So anything else you guys want to talk about, and gals, if you're out there? Um, I think I'm gonna end this. So we have a quirky here. Exactly. That's what it's called. It's called leverage. So yeah, I think it's happening. Just gotta hold. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Um, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm the last person you should be asking for financial advice. So I think there's a lot of use cases coming to Million Token, short of another token. And there's also like an ecosystem. There's the foundation. I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, I don't care. But I don't know what their plans are. I just don't pay any attention to them. I got sucked up in a lot of that drama. And yeah, I don't need that in my life. Uh, so yeah, so it looks like we got QWERTY on here. That's a million token. So icon. So yeah, well we'll see where it goes. Clayton, very honest. So Clayton NFT is one of the honest ones that admitted to, um, picking choice three, to go fuck myself. So thanks for your honesty, Clayton. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, everyone. So I'm gonna start wrapping things up. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully, I have a video here soon. Honestly, I don't know what I want to do as far as like content. I know I want to do more general content on crypto. Um, I do enjoy kind of doing videos on tech lead, but I think it might be getting a little creepy. He looks at all these videos and they're all about him, like his face is plastered on all of my thumbnails. So I got to change it up a bit. I think that's what he wants. So um, well, that's what's gonna make me into, that's what's gonna get my channel to. And not to say, I mean, Million Token is um it's a still small community. So the goal of a YouTuber is to get more subscribers, and get to that point where even if I'm over 1,000, I'm eligible for monetizing. Doesn't mean anything, but it's growing the channel. And I've done a lot of hex videos, and the hex videos have brought in a ton of subscribers. But it's not something that I've been talking about lately. I've just been stuck on Million Token. So yeah, so looks like we're going close to an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see if I can get some streaming equipment here. And yeah, all right, everyone. Well, have a good night. I'm out.